All right, welcome back to Hemi Brothers Creamery. We got going again on this, and what we've got going on here is we had a couple guys from University of Missouri out, an old retired dairy specialist, and then the livestock facility guy came out yesterday to look at what we were doing to make sure we could get enough ventilation through this barn for baby calves. And then we got to talking about them with this flush curb of what we should do there. And I mean, without being able to figure out the flush wave coming from that flush tank, they recommended us do some trial and error before we actually poured concrete. So that's what we're going to do today. Is we are going to, I was going to put like a 10-inch concrete stub wall here, but they thought that would be too much for those calves to step over. So we're going to try to get away with a 6-inch. So we've got some 2x6s here. We kind of temporarily screwed down a board with Tapcons to hold it in place, and then we will run a flush and see if that flush wave is higher at any point in that wall, to where we know how tall to make our concrete to make it all work. 'Cause it's a lot easier to take down wood than it is concrete, right, Willem? Right? So anyhow, we'll get to work on this, and we'll do some trial and error. Yeah, come down further toward the end there. There you go. That'll work. Okay, so we got that all framed up. If you're wondering if our wall is crooked, it's not. We've got 6 foot between that wall and that wall all the way up. Just so happened, I guess, the pit was never actually square with the rest of the building, so that's why that looks kind of funny. We milked in here for 30 years. I never realized that. I don't know that any of us did, but it worked. So anyhow, we've got that flush tank finishing off filling right now. It runs off the siphon, so once it's all the way full, it'll flush. We added a board here because we know the flush wave is going to be the highest right off the bat. And I'll take a Sharpie and mark how high the water goes there, and we'll see if anything runs over our wall. Right, Eli?
Yep.
Shows. The wall wasn't exactly tight right there. The concrete will be. So, you know what? I don't have to worry about anything there. Yeah, I'll have to mark that, but sweet. Okay, so you can see kind of I took a Sharpie, marked the flush wave, which is kind of interesting, but you kind of see it there. Anyways, wasn't as high as I thought, except right there it did splash over the 2x12, so that wall is going to have to be probably about as tall as those cinder blocks till we get somewhere in here, and then it can drop down to, honestly, probably drop down to a full 6 inches. I don't know, maybe 7 to be safe till we get about there, and then we're safe all the way down. So anyways, glad we did this. Now we know where we can pour concrete, so right? Mm-hmm. Get it all scraped down?
Yep.
All went down the hole?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, guys, I think that'll do it for this one. Okay, bye.